Alright guys, how's it going? So this week I've been playing a lot of modded Terraria. So the Vladov Zero has almost not existed in its entirety. I think we will go ahead and go with the style where I do a voiceover of the progression and maybe talk about like what I'm thinking the end game will be like for the character, instead of just releasing like tons of clips that are really unnecessary in my mind anyway. Because it'll just be easier like telling you about how the progression goes and like what we need to grab here or there or whatever, and just like most of my playthroughs end up running the same way anyway, so I can just tell you the variants that had to happen, like if we had to go do a certain thing before we could go do normal progression, because that's about the only thing that I've found different in the run so far. Is sometimes I have to go a little bit off of the normal route and then just go get stuff that way, like over there. But that's all that's really changed from any other run that I've ever done. So that'll probably be how we do it. Alright, Reddit time. When you have to swap your fun weapon with one that has better stats. It happens. Like, honestly, this is why I avoid farming so much, especially in the earlier playthroughs. Because if, for example, you really just want to hit like end game content and you want to like play at the end game, the more time you spend in early game is like, it just takes you longer. It might burn you out sooner. There's just all sorts of reasons why I just don't farm early on into the game, you know? Like, that's honestly just it. And whenever I go from level 50 to level 80, I try to just unlock whatever farms I need, and then go farm something that's reliable for both XP and for an item, so that I don't have to go and refarm a bunch of stuff every like 5 levels. Like, McZafford is a perfect example. He spawns, he's right there, he's one of the fastest farms you can do, and he gives you a Maggie, so you don't need to go anywhere else to refarm him. You just kill him. Sometimes you get a new gun and you have better damage to kill him again, and you just keep doing that until level 80. I know that's really boring for some people, and so maybe having a variance in what you farm is more interesting, but for me specifically, the game gets hard and more interesting whenever you get towards like DigiPeak. It appears we did a little too much fibbering. Okay. That is just nth degree, isn't it? I think so. I'm pretty sure that that's how that works, right? Oh. That was really rough. Yikes. You can see their frames just start to tank really bad. What does this sound like? Yeah. One of the rare dangers of using nth degree. It's sort of like how chain reaction works, except for you don't need to phase lock anything or do anything like that. You just have gun, you shoot gun, and then if it's a multi-pellet and it hits bunker or it hits anything that has like a really stacked up hitbox for some reason, it just does this sometimes. But it's fun and it's kind of interesting. So yeah, nth degree is fun. My gaming corner work in progress. Nice. I have not even a gaming corner set up. I have a desk. I have put my laptop on said desk. I've got a microphone and a mouse. And I'm using the keyboard that's on the laptop. And I've disabled the trackpad while the mouse is plugged in so that I don't have to bump into it on accident. And that's all there really is to it. There's not much. Like, I don't have funny gaming stuff. I got a whiteboard. I've got a little Minecraft zombie up top that I don't know if people really notice too much, but that's honestly about all I've got back here. But this is cool. Nice. Rock injector? What is this I got from Bud Stallion? Okay. I mean, first off, the resolution. So good. Second off, it's just a gemstone weapon. If you give Iridium to Butt Stallion in Tina DLC, it just gives you these sometimes. It's very rare, and it's hardly worth farming because the only benefits you get are like the recoil reduction for this one, or like the crit damage you can get from it. And then while you're holding the gun, there is also like a 15% chance that any projectile that hits you reflects, kind of like an antagonist, but without the extra damage applied or anything like that, pretty much. So I guess if you really, really need it to keep you alive, it's available, but most people won't take the time to farm this, especially whenever using unique items is just so much more available. That face? What happened? Alright. We're doing chest farm. This is normal. We're taking our time here, acting like everything's gotta take a second. Alright, we're running really far away from the chest, and we're running back, and it's 2 Rolling Thunders. That's it? Okay. I don't understand why there was so much setup here. Because, like, in this video, they're walking, right? Which is good. This is what you want to do. And then they stop. And then they start running again. And then they run left for some reason. And then they stop again. And then they look at it again. And then they press it. And then they look away. And then they go to jump on the snowman head, but just keep walking back. I don't understand. Like, it feels bad. Also, that shotgun would be kind of fun. If it was a slightly higher level. Here, let me actually look at the stuff in the chest. Because, like, what if some of this is actually just, like, good? Like, Iridium's nice. That could be a fun Allegiance relic. There's more Iridium over here. There's, like, yeah, I guess you got a double Rolling Thunder. That sucks. But, like, there's stuff to be, like, obtained. That sniper's nice. But, like, I don't understand why the walk-up was so long. But, yeah, Rolling Thunders feel bad, I guess. But it's a snowman farm. What are you gonna do? He must return to his planet. Oh. Oh. That's a thing? If you displace sanctuary citizens, do they just fall through the ground? Is this a thing you can do to anyone? That could be kind of funny. I don't know if that's supposed to be a thing. Well, it's obviously not supposed to be a thing. But, like, I don't know if this is an instance where only he got this one time and it'll be impossible to replicate, or if this is just a thing that you can do to people. Because if this is a thing you can do, that might be kind of funny. Weird. Really weird. You wouldn't expect them to clip through the ground like that. Stuck on OP6 trying to get to OP7 but cannot manage. Anybody have any solutions? Look in the comments for weapon specs. Oh, why do I have to look in the comments for weapon specs? Okay. So, we've got Primo Gennaro Sal build here. I'll open that. Let's see. Alright. Let's see. What do we got going on? He's got the pistol build going on. He's got money shot. He's got most of the things that you want. He's got autoloader, which is weird because he's just holding 2 guns. He's got Insight and Asbestos and Out of Bubblegum, which are all good. This build is a build. There's no problem with this build. You're playing Salvador. You're using the generic bread and butter here. Like that Mollywand grip's kind of weird. The Bandit grip's kind of fortunate. The B shield is, I don't know why you have a B shield if you're playing Salvador, because if you're out in the open doing Salvador stuff where your damage is, then it won't really benefit that much. This is either a monk or it's not a monk. Why would they? Hold on. Where's his comment? Deepa and B are OP4. I reckon I'll have to farm those up to 6. Why was this in caps? Alright, Lob Tesla's OP3 relic is a cooldown relic. Okay, so, like, why do you have a cooldown relic whenever your name is Salvador and you get your cooldown for free? You could be using damage like a pistol relic or an explosive relic instead, so like a sheriff's badge or like just an explosive elemental relic. You could be using, hold on, what's the class mod? Is it a monk? He doesn't say. I'm going to assume it's a monk, right? Because he's got that plus 11, I think. Yeah, he's got plus 11 on his money shot. It must be a monk. So, like, you could have other guns. You could upgrade your current guns. You could play Salvador more aggressively and spec into busts that can't slow down. I'm assuming what might happen is they approach, like, a Slag Centurion, for example, and they go to shoot it, but it turns, and then it reflects, and then he dies, because he's wearing a B shield, and he has a herald and stuff. So if you had more movement speed, just kite around stuff, shoot it in the butt, or shoot it in the crit spot. Maybe don't wear a B shield because that doesn't really benefit your playstyle or your character specifically. Maybe a Rough Rider for more damage res outright. It'll proc Inconceivable more often because your shield will permanently be broken, which gives you 25% inherently. It'll also give you more max health so that you can be funny Salvador shooting 2 guns, healing a lot. You could do a lot for this. I haven't seen Jolts talk about this, so I'm not sure if anybody knows. Okay. We're in the forge. We're next to the thing. Right? Okay. Oh. And there's just a hole in the ground. Yeah. This just comes down to the point where, like, they're just bad at making maps, man. Or they just don't actually comb through their maps whenever they make them. Because, like, all that would have taken to fix is if that geometry was just like 1% wider. That's all it would have taken for them to have fixed that. And like, people have made videos about clips in the floor for a very long time, and they just haven't ever done anything. I don't even think, like, what would it take to fix that really? If they didn't want to stretch the floor texture, add like a megabyte update to put a rock over every hole in the ground, and that's it. You could even make it like a custom funny rock, and that's all it would take. That's all they really would have to do. So I don't know why they haven't. Well, I know why they haven't, because the game's really old and they don't necessarily care so much. But like, this is just lazy. Alright. So we need to have the discussion about just get a gun with the texture, please. Like, okay. Also, this chest is gross. Whiskey Tango, Stormfront, Herald, that's all really nice. But like, why, where, he can't afford the skin? I understand that a lot of people get their bada booms duplicated from other players and stuff, but I don't understand why. Like, do we think it's cooler without the texture? I don't understand what it is. Is that what it is? It might be. It just seems weird. I don't know. Yeah, so this is a thing? Okay. Yeah. I mean, if you have the Giants mod, anything can become a giant. This is normal. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. The Giants mod seems interesting, but I also don't want to risk turning one of my, like, campaign bosses into a giant and then having to, like, sweat the fight instead of just being able to casually breeze it, you know? But, like, this is funny. Good luck if you actually try this. This gun is so overpowered, I haven't had a single challenge with it at all. It does around 70k damage on reload. I got it from a chest after killing Sandman. Why is it so overpowered? Cause it's a Tediore, and you are level 36. That's all. I don't know what to tell you. E-Tech Tediores at level 36 are gonna just kill stuff, yeah. Try to get in OP levels, tell me how it goes. Have you ever had this happen before? He had a Tunguska, by the way. Oh, yeah. I mean, any item that has a chance to world drop technically can be used by any rocket launcher wielding enemy. Like, you'll see Topnias, you'll see Tunguskas. I don't know if I've seen a Nukem, but that would be hilarious until I died by it. But yeah, this is totally a thing. Once again, it's a world drop only though, so you won't see like a Norfleet out here or anything like that, because it's not a world drop. It has to be like something you could get from a chest somehow. What is Zero? Robot? Alien? Something else? Results. Results. Let's see what people think. Something else. Alright, that's fair. I mean, we don't know. Could be a robot. It makes sense. He could be an alien. That also makes sense. Well, except for the fact that we haven't seen any aliens in the game, really, in terms of, like, playable characters. So, that'd be kind of weird. Have we seen aliens that actually, like, interact like humans do? I don't think we have we? So, like, well, besides, like, Iridians, whenever they finally decide to talk to humans, but they only do that for, like, 2 seconds. and they always make it vague. That's it. So like probably robot would be more realistic, but it could be something else, who knows. Alright. I think we have hit the end here for this week. Guys, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. If you liked the video, maybe leave a like. If you have any ideas, maybe leave a comment. If you've been hanging out for a little while and you haven't subscribed, maybe consider it. I'd appreciate it. I am really close to 1,000. It's kind of ridiculous. It feels really weird. But, yeah, it'd be cool if we could hit 1,000, because at that point, any annoying advertisement you see, at least you could say, well, he might make a penny off of this, and then that's kind of nice. But, like, yeah, we're almost there. If anyone wants to top her off, I'd appreciate it. If not, fair enough. But for now, have a nice day. See you later.